Okay, welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Fight. Let's jump right into this and discuss. We are confirmed to get some version of the Mandarin. If you look at the trailer, it is clearly the Mandarin from Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings, portrayed by actor Tony Leung. Who's going to play a character named Wen Wu, who I hope I said that correctly, who has the title of Mandarin. We're not going to exactly get the Mandarin or Shang-Chi that we know from the comic books, because in this movie it's appearing that Shang-Chi is going to play the son of Wen Wu, the Mandarin. So even in terms of the rings, we don't exactly have the similarities that was there inside the comic books. There's not much to go on from the trailer. To be honest with you, sneak peeks so far haven't really been that great, and this feels like the sneak peek team has taken a little time off. But basically you can see in the background here we have a very different looking Mandarin. I don't think that we're in the position right now where we're probably going to get that stereotypical Asian Mandarin, caricature Mandarin that we had once upon a time in Marvel's comic books. We obviously don't have the 10 rings. We're not going back to, every ring has a finger on it looking like the Godfather of Souls. So instead we have 10 arm bracelets that are rings that seem to be empowered, which means we're probably going to get a very different version of Shang-Chi as well, because in the comic book, Shang-Chi doesn't really have any powers per se. He's just a highly skilled martial artist, peak level human, but he doesn't have any powers. So in this regard, we're probably going to see him get some powers. So it's really weird in that we are definitely getting very different iterations. I mean, if anything, we could be happy that we're getting introduced into some type of true Asiatic culture. Like everybody's running around right now, instead of saying Shang-Chi, everybody is pronouncing the name correctly for the first time. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly now, but it's Shang-Chi apparently, right? I think some people had already had that idea. We had a previous version of the Mandarin in the MCU movies, which was played by Ben Kingsley, and he was a paid actor inside the movie. And even at one point in there, they had him dressed up in that stereotypical garb that we were familiar with. But apparently that was just a ruse, and instead we've got the proper Shang-Chi and Mandarin coming to us in the next update. I'm gonna guess this is the 7.4 update or something like that, whatever version is the September update for the Shang-Chi update. Interesting discussions right now being had because of some of the wording that's currently going on in the game, and that is whether or not we will get the Mandarin introduced as a world boss legend villain. So for those unaware, just started following my channel and haven't seen some of the Marvel Future Fight content, we basically have the world bosses would basically be the raid events that happen in Marvel Future Revolution, where we have various world boss ultimate battles against characters like Thanos and his goddamn Black Order. There you go. Goddamn, I don't know why I've been struggling with that name. I'm just have bad memory. And then we actually have some of the X-Men characters as well over here. But then previously, I think it was in December of last year, they introduced Null, and Mephisto followed him shortly after, and those were world boss legend battles. Now, whether or not we get another world boss legend within the year would really strike me as odd. And if I'm being frank and honest, do I see the Mandarin as a world boss legend type character? No. We're gonna be honest. No. I mean, no. I'd be more prone to see Thanos slide his happy ass on over to world boss legend status and become a world boss legend than have the Mandarin as a world boss. I mean, really? Like Vin Fang Foom show up in here and be a world boss legend, or even a giant boss raid. But I mean, we think about that. We've got Null and Mephisto as world boss legends, and we've got Thanos as a world boss ultimate. Does it really make sense to put the Mandarin as a world boss legend? I don't care how much hype you're trying to generate for this movie. That just seems very disingenuous, but it could happen. Who knows? I hope it doesn't. I know there's people clamoring. They're like, yeah, this is going to happen. And people like, yeah, one of these characters are my favorite characters. Shut the fuck up. Like, these characters, like, come on. Shang-Chi, the Mandarin, these characters are like characters that are offshoot names because you've watched Iron Man and stuff like that. Or even the character Shang-Chi, he had his breakout inside Agents of Atlas. So, which is a very recent comic. And, you know, the character's cool in and of itself. He's a very Bruce Lee like oriented character that introduced in the Marvel universe, and the Mandarin is very oft not seen aside this. Like, when was the last story that Marvel actually did where the Mandarin was a villain, let alone a world-class threat, the likes of Mephisto, Null, or Thanos, or even any one of the Black Order members? Probably never. So I don't really see that as a possibility, feasibility. I definitely don't want them. These world boss comes with some of the best rewards in the game. You can pretty much play Mephisto, and I'll pop him up here, and you're getting some pretty damn good rewards in terms of like drops for CTPs of regeneration, especially now where they can go mighty CTPs and brilliant CTPs, guaranteed, well, not guaranteed, but almost guaranteed books and stuff like that, along with essences of dimension and tier 3 materials. You seem to get more tier 3 materials on Mephisto than you do on Null, because you also seem to get a higher drop rate for combat books and universal books and all the various books inside here that you can inside there. So I don't know. I'm not really feeling having Mandarin as there. I'm looking forward to see the version that they introduce and what costumes they introduce with him, because I have a feeling that we're gonna get more than one costume for him instead of just, you know, the look that we have from the current movie teaser trailers. It'd be interesting to see where they go with this, that overall. But what we do know is we're getting a Mandarin villain inside the game. Hopefully he's gonna be on par with Shang-Chi himself, who's getting a T3. It would only make sense to me. I don't know that they introduce him as a native T3, because I don't even think that he's that strong, but hopefully we get him in some regard like that, a powerful tier 2 villain or something like that. I have this odd fucking feeling that he's going to be a blast type character. I mean, I don't see what other character class you would put him in, but he'll probably be a blast type character, which just oversaturate that pool again. I still feel like they need to just get rid of, you know, those classes in general, but I feel like that would just require a whole overhaul. The more interesting thing is that whether or not we're going to get additional content with the game. The last time Shang-Chi was introduced to the game, he brought with him the Shadowlands, and it would be interesting to see either Shadowland revamps or new content boss modes, something like that. Fin Fang Foom coming as a giant boss raid. We did get to see a little snippet of Fin Fang Foom in the water, so it would be cool to see him maybe as a giant boss raid. We already have Galactus and the Sentinel, so it'd kind of be cool to see an addition giant boss raid, which we haven't had in a while as well. So that'd be pretty interesting in my opinion. But yeah, are you guys looking forward to the Mandarin? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like and hit that subscribe button, and let me know what you think. Until next time, peace.